This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 930 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is an excerpt from the Horses in the Morning show. Regular contributor Leslie Wiley from Horse Nation joins the crew with a handy list of barn hacks. Or if you're old school, it's a DIY. And then Glenn offers up some hints on rules you won't find in any rule book. And we'll get right to our tip after this message from Kentucky Performance Products.
This Nutrition Minute is brought to you by Kentucky Performance Products, the company that simplifies your search for research-proven nutritional supplements at kppusa.com.
The horse that matters to you matters to Kentucky Performance Products. Electrolytes. Who needs them? Your horse, that's who. Electrolytes perform critical functions within your horse's body. They help regulate nerve and muscle functions by carrying electrical impulses between cells. In addition, electrolytes assist the body in maintaining a healthy fluid balance by controlling your horse's desire to drink. When your horse loses significant amounts of electrolytes and fluids, problems such as dehydration, muscle cramping, fatigue, tying up, and colic may occur. Even in mild forms, these conditions can have a negative impact on your horse's ability to perform and recover after exercise. Top riders and veterinarians turn to Summer Games Electrolyte to keep their horse healthy in hot weather, and you can too. Summer Games replenishes the electrolytes and trace minerals lost when your horse sweats, and it stimulates the thirst response so your horse continues to drink and stay properly hydrated. So when the going gets hot, trust Summer Games Electrolyte from Kentucky Performance Products to protect your horse.
This Nutritional Minute has been brought to you by Kentucky Performance Products. You can find all of their terrific products at kppusa.com.
So one of our writers, Lorraine Jackson, collected a few of these ideas that she's seen done in barns, life hacks, so to speak, barn hacks, and sort of put them all together. Like a few of them, let's see, she had a picture of a wood pallet turned on its side and used as a barn shelving, which I thought was brilliant.
Actually, it looked good, too. It looked good.
Yeah, it really does. It looks sharp. She says, keep a measuring tape near the arena marked with each horse's stride distances for easy pole jump setup. So you could put a little piece of tape, where where you want a trot pole to be, the distance of a bounce, the distance of a one stride, so you don't have to, search around. It's just right there.
See, and that's really good because I have a pony that's boarded here that I teach lessons on, and I constantly have to redo all of the movement. Like, okay, how many feet is his bounce versus the bounce of a horse? And I'm constantly doing the math. I love that. I will never be organized enough to actually do that.
And they're not that expensive at the store. They're like $8. But I never thought about actually marking the tape measure itself. That's a terrific idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Because you're always trying to figure it out in your head, and you're going, it's 6 and 2, and it just gets. I love this idea. I like the next one too. Apply petroleum jelly inside sticky lids for easy opening later. And we all have those sticky lids that we use, whether it's for your hoof stuff or whatever, hoof stuff or whatever. But I never thought about using the petroleum jelly. That's a good idea.
Genius.
Huh.
She's full of good ideas. Use multicolored duct tape to claim your grooming tools. I don't know.
Love that.
If that happens to everyone else, you're like, where's my curry comb? And then you find it, in somebody else's grooming box. Or stick some duct tape that is unmistakably yours. And duct tape comes in all colors. I've got some right here on my desk that has little mustaches all over it. It's pretty cute. not sure what I'm going to use it for yet, but I've got it.
I just read this one that's coming up. I read this one that's coming up wrong, and I read it: soak white snow in 1 part lemon juice and 10 parts water to get rid of sweat stains. And I was going, why do you need to get rid of sweat stains in snow? That's how we've been talking about winter all morning. It actually is soak white show shirts in 1 part lemon juice and 10 parts water.
Oh my God!
To get
I was
rid of
like,
sweat
what are you
stains.
talking about?
I saw snow. White
Yeah, that's pretty genius.
lemon juice, huh?
Lemon juice. I wonder if that works for white saddle pads too.
And you'll smell fresh. You'll smell
Right.
fresh when you're done. Not only will you not have sweat stains, you'll smell fresh. One of the others that I really liked, and I didn't know this one either, is use an emery board to get stains and adhesives off of suede. And I never thought about the fact of using the emery board. Wouldn't that destroy the suede? I guess not. It's not rough enough.
Yeah, not rough enough. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Pretty smart.
All right, now I got one for you guys. Okay, this wasn't on Horse Nation. This was on your sister site, Eventing Nation. And I just found it as we were just before you came on. They put some unofficial rules that you need to know going to events, and you both have been eventers, so we can talk about these, and Jennifer too. This is the unofficial rules about going. You must read the rule book for the official rules, but these are unofficial ones. One is you have to know how to change a flat, because haven't we all gotten flats, especially on the trailer? Who doesn't? Okay, raise your hands. Who has one of those little things you drive up on so you don't have to use a jack?
Me. You have to have one.
Leslie?
You kind of do. Yeah, I've got one in the back of my truck. It just lives there, just in case. Yeah.
I can tell you, we changed a flat a few times on the trailer with the horses in using a jack, and that was no fun at all.
Yeah, I'm probably a little scary too. Oh.
Yeah, that was
You're
no
like, don't
fun.
move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, please, don't move.
Yeah.
How about this one? If you think you need an hour to get ready, give yourself an hour and a half, and maybe 2.
Maybe
knowing
2.
most of the horsewomen. Yeah. Most of the horsewomen I know, I'd say 2. A smile at the judge might not help, but it can't hurt. Has it helped you guys at all?
No.
No, but it can't hurt, right?
Yeah,
It's like, why is that
At least the
crazy
judge
girl
knows that you have a
smiling?
sense of humor.
Good point.
Thank every volunteer you see. Without them, there'd be no eventing. If you have a spare few hours, volunteer yourself. I'll tell you who is great at this are the drivers. Every time we've volunteered and been, out at the obstacles and obstacle judging or whatever, every time they come out of the obstacle, they thank the volunteers at every obstacle. Now, you can't do that when you're riding in cross country, but
Right.
but they're very good at that, thanking the volunteers. And it is true. I mean, these events can't happen without the volunteers. And as we talked about earlier, if you're on 5A and 5B at Red Hills, you'll never volunteer there again after last weekend.
Oh, right. That was not fun. Not fun.
Have you guys ever, you're both riders, have you ever actually volunteered at an event?
Yeah, definitely. All the time. If I'm not riding, I'll try and volunteer. I mean, it's a good learning experience. You learn a lot.
Has Tad been suckered into it yet? Usually the husbands get suckered into it when the wives are riding.
Yeah. Well, I think we've talked a little bit earlier, Glenn, about my volunteering experience where, Leslie, I used to ride with Mike Winter, and I had to eliminate him because I was jump judging, so that kind of hurt.
Oh, man. A lot of these rules, these unofficial rules that I've written down, I have compiled from my own experiences. So there's a story behind a lot of these rules that I've got. One of which, let's see, I've got one about never use new products or equipment for the first time at an event. It can be tempting, I know. Don't. I think the story behind that is last spring I was at Southern Pines Horse Trials, and that course looked real big. It was the intermediate course. It was looking real big to me that day. So I went to the little mobile tack store and got some sticky spray and just sprayed it all over my pants and my saddle. And I was like, I'm not falling off my horse. So, I get to the warm up, and not only like am I stuck to my saddle, I end up ripping the crotch out of my breeches. So I'm riding around, and I can feel the air circulating where it should not be circulating. It was I didn't fall off, but it was not a good day.
Oh my God, that is classic Leslie Wiley right there.
And she was wondering why everybody was taking pictures of her that day.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And thank you again to our expert today, Leslie Wiley from Horse Nation. You can find lots more from Leslie at horsenation.com. And now you can have every single one of your favorite Horse Radio Network shows with you wherever you go with the free Horse Radio Network app for iPhone and Android. Just go to your app store and search Horse Radio Network. Do it today. It's free and easy. This podcast has been made possible through the generous support of Kentucky Performance Products and listeners like you. Listeners like me, you ask? Well, yes. Listeners like you can help support the Horse Radio Network by supporting our sponsors, like Kentucky Performance Products, and you can also become an official auditor. Learn how by going to horsetipdaily.com and look for the Become an Auditor banner right in the center of the page. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.